I'm going live without you.
Go for it.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Matthew is in the other room because we forgot to send my dad the links to the live streams. My dad is not great at navigating to things all by himself, so we have to send him the links every day. So Matthew is doing that so that he can join us for the live stream. Everybody please say hi to Bob. You can say hi to Bob in the comments. And hopefully he will be here soon. All right. Oh, no, now he's writing emails. What's going on? Matthew, you need to come back.
I'm writing an email to Alice.
I don't have an agenda.
Matthew's. Email to Alice.
Alice doesn't need to read your email right now. Okay. I'm going to go over... No. Okay, I'm going to go over some jokes. You have to answer them from there.
I do?
Yes.
Okay, do I have to stay there? Should I stand back here to prove that I'm not
Well, this
cheating?
isn't really a joke. This is just
okay.
My wife complains I don't buy her flowers.
Okay.
To be honest, I didn't know she sold flowers.
I don't buy her flowers. I like that.
That's
I like
funny.
That. Thank you. Who was that from? Who was that by?
That was one of the Shanks.
Okay.
I gotta say.
Go on. What's next?
It's not just wives who want flowers.
Or
sometimes husbands can have flowers too.
Sometimes, but Matthew has a bad attitude about flowers.
Matthew has a bad attitude about flowers, and I love flowers, so oh well. Okay, why did the kid eat his homework?
Why did the kid eat his homework? Because he was a goat. Little goats are called kids.
Goats eat everything.
Right? So a kid,
Yes.
young goat, ate the homework
Okay.
because it was part of the category that includes everything.
That is a reasonable response.
Because he was hungry for knowledge?
The other reasonable response
Because he was hungry for knowledge?
No.
What?
Because his sister was mummifying apple slices as part of a STEM project and left the apple slices out on the table, and because he's only 3 years old, he thought that they were just apple slices.
Did that happen?
And he ate one of them.
Yeah. And it was sort of slimy and gross, right?
Yes, they
Maybe
were being
a little pickled.
soaked in vinegar
Ooh.
and salt and sugar and what's that stuff? Baking soda.
I was not part of this experiment.
He seemed to not be bothered by it. So mummified apples, delicious.
You missed my completely good response to that joke.
No, I heard it.
You didn't dignify it with the kind
sorry.
of delight that it deserved.
I wanted to
had
give
your
the factual answer.
You had
to
your
joke.
own agenda.
I did have my own agenda.
Okay. All right. So what's the actual joke?
The answer is...
Because he was hungry for knowledge?
Because the teacher said it was a piece of cake.
Ugh.
Teachers, don't mislead your students.
Oh my goodness! All right, we're gonna table the jokes for now because
all right.
Hello, theme song, water. We got to snap right to it. We got a lot
minute.
to cover
You
today.
Didn't refill the waters.
Or did I?
Oh.
No, I didn't. But did you refill the waters?
No.
No. Listen, why are you yelling at me? There were two of us here.
I know.
2 glasses of water.
It's usually
Equal
your
opportunity, water retrieval responsibility. Can we do the theme song, or is that also empty? No, the theme song is never empty. Drew's melodic pipes of delight, they will always blast forth with wonder. Robbie, you're leaving me. Robbie's leaving me in the lurch. All right, here we go, you guys. While Robbie's getting water, join me in a rousing rendition of the theme song.
The Robbie and Matthew, the Robbie and Matthew Show.
You guys. That was perhaps the greatest rendering of the theme song yet. Let's see what is next on the agenda. We have announce the winner. Okay, we had a contest yesterday, you guys. We wanted to know what was the mistake in Chapter 4 of the Real McCoys, Two's a Crowd. There was a factual error. We received several answers. Only one correct answer.
Well,
only one answer that we were looking for.
Yes.
Only one answer that was
does not
the
mean
answer.
The other ones weren't correct.
Robbie's right. There are many ways to define correctness. However, we were looking for the fact that Annabelle was knitting sweaters for some penguins in the Arctic Sea. There are no penguins in the Arctic Sea. All penguins are in the southern hemisphere. So in the new version of this book, our editor had to go in and change it. So she was, I don't remember what we did, something like she was knitting sweaters for penguins on an iceberg off the coast of Antarctica.
Yes, so the question is...
Yes.
We must have one of the first... We were reading from one of the early print editions.
Yeah, I don't know if we have any of the fixed
corrected,
ones or not.
hasn't it?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
anyway. So guys, sorry. That is... I made a factual error. I did not... But a lot of people missed it, to be fair. A lot of people missed it, but I'm the one who wrote it. I did not research my penguin knowledge. William, Thomas, Jane, you guys are the winners. We put a copy of that book in the mail to you today. It is heading your way.
We hope. There's a lot of complications about being overseas.
Let's not talk about
cross your
this
fingers
is about
that it arrives.
solutions, not
Yes.
problems. However, we have 2 runners up, you guys.
Yes.
2 runners up. Now, I'm just going to read this. I'm not going to... All right. Abby, had a very excellent observation, which is that when we are in the Annabelle Adams section of this, Annabelle becomes the Duke. And Abby says, oh, no, shouldn't she be the Duchess? That's a really good point. Duke is generally thought of to refer to a man or a male, and Duchess is generally referring to a female. I wanted to mix things up a little bit. Annabelle is so awesome that she can be the Duke if she wants to, the Duchess if she wants to. She can be whatever she wants to. Titles be darned, okay? So, you are technically correct that you found an error. Abby, you're getting a free copy of this book, too. Write us an email with your address, and we're going to send it to you. Also, we got an email from Holly and Beatrix. Robbie, it might help if you brought this up so we could show what they found.
Sorry.
Okay. So they said, on the end of the word myself, on the last page of chapter 4, the F was wrong. So I think Robbie might have explained this in an earlier version of this show.
Yes.
But, Robbie, do you want to briefly...
Okay.
We don't want to belabor the point.
Briefly,
but, yeah.
If you look at our... Oh, boy. Okay, so
see how that F up there is pretty fat?
See how it's a bold F up there?
Mm-hmm.
So when we that font, which is the style of typing, is called the font. That font has an F that has a stubby little hook, and so it looks like a T. And so when we sent this to our editor, to our art director, whose name is Natalie Sousa, she's like an editor for the art in the book. She looked at it and she said, that's very hard to read. It's making it look like it says, I proved myself. Myself instead of myself.
Which will not do.
Yes. And so what she did was she went through the entire book, and anytime there is an F in the voice bubble, she had to change it to a different font that had a better hook on it. Now, the reason why this one is bold and looks weird is because my computer doesn't have that font on it. So it substituted a font that doesn't match, that is bigger, and that's why in this particular version there's a bunch of weird Fs. But in the actual book, all the Fs are correct and they look very good.
Holly, Beatrix, we are so impressed that your keen eyes
Yes.
caught that. Just as it was going by, that you guys must have watched the video again.
I was going to say, some people confess to having watched the video numerous times,
which is
I'm
totally fine.
delighted by.
So anyway, you guys are getting a free copy of this book. Send us your address to the same email address you wrote yesterday.
Yes.
Free copy of Two's a Crowd to you guys. Let us know if we should make it out to both of you. I assume we should, but just confirm that. We'll sign it.
Yes.
Robbie will draw a little picture in it. Matthew will not draw a little picture in it.
Thank you. You don't want a picture from Matthew.
Okay. I also want to point out that we have an expanding staff on this show. We have certain of you who have stepped up and agreed to accept uncompensated work for the honor and dignity of being part of this program. I just want to review those of you who have jobs on this show. We have Ella, who is the principal
and
superintendent. Ella, you guys might not know. Let's show the photograph. Ella is not just principal. She is running for superintendent of all schools everywhere. Look at this. This is her campaign sign. And tell me you wouldn't vote for this miraculous leader.
Superintendent of all the schools.
Of all the schools.
Strong schools, strong communities.
She's got a strong tagline.
Yeah,
she's got a graphically appealing sign.
Little apple over there.
She's got a winning smile.
There we
go. All right, Ella, president and superintendent of this program.
Principal. You bumped her to president. I think you got a little excited.
Okay, I'm a lot excited, Robbie. It's really hard not to give Ella all the titles she wants. All right, next. Fran?
What's happening here, Matthew?
I'm showing. What do you mean?
You need to flip that one around.
Oh.
So many agendas. We're getting everyone confused.
Fran is the publicist.
Oh, yes. Thank you, Fran.
She is the one responsible for reminding people.
Telling everyone to like and follow.
And to follow. Subscribe. And to turn on the alerts.
We don't even know.
It never occurred to us to say this. Yeah. Fran stepped up. She said, I'm not putting up with this lack of publicizing on the part of the Robbie and the Matthew. I'm gonna step into that role. I'm gonna take it on.
Well done, Fran. Thank you.
William has asked if he might be our resident Lego expert, Star Wars expert, and Lego Star Wars expert. Those are 3 separate jobs. Don't get mistaken. Sometimes you need to know about Star Wars. Sometimes you know about Legos. Sometimes you need to learn about the realm where Legos and Star Wars intersect on the same cracker.
If you have those questions,
direct them to him.
You need to direct them to him.
All right. And then, of course, El Puppy, Robbie Fan Club president. because every fan club needs a president.
Well, look at that.
What do
She
we
just wrote in the comments, I'm going to be president.
Are you
president of Robbie's fan club?
Oh.
She didn't say that. She's going to be president.
Would you also like to
I'm
be
down
president
with
of
that.
this show? That's a
Oh,
question. Think
that's
about
a good
that.
idea.
That is, since Ella has not yet claimed presidency of the show.
Yeah.
Just saying. I
Okay.
think Robbie's probably the president of the show. You might have to wrestle Robbie to get
I
that.
don't need to be
All
president.
right, what do we have? Robbie!
Oh, I get to read today.
Robbie reads chapter 5 of Two's a Crowd.
All right.
Because Matthew's too tired and he's afraid
Oh.
that I'm... Can I lean on your shoulder while you read?
No.
Okay. I just thought I'd ask. All right. Robbie?
William is very excited to
What about-
be named
what about-
the Lego Star Wars
Heck
expert.
yeah. Heck yeah.
We're going to have to think of some questions about Lego Star Wars.
All right. Fair enough.
Okay.
Oh, guys, before I forget, tomorrow we're having another party here. We're going to take a day off
yeah.
from reading. Just going to
Yeah,
have a party. Bring
Party
your
on the
jokes.
weekend.
Bring your songs.
You know what? Somebody said you should have a Q&A. You guys should have a Q&A sometime. That was Fran, who's our publicist.
Should we have a Q&A with you or with each other? At one point, we were going to
Oh.
interview each other. I think we tried last week, but we were having too much fun with the party. So we'll see. We'll see. There might be some questions. I have a question I've been meaning to ask Robbie for a long time.
No.
It's about whether or not you'll make me a sandwich.
I will not make you a
That's
sandwich.
what I thought. That's why I didn't ask it. I was holding out hope.
Who do you think I am?
Yeah, sandwich making,
right.
Rob. All right, here we go.
All right.
United
we stand.
United we stand.
Matthew, are you going to read somebody's part?
No.
No. You're just out.
Yeah,
You're
no.
done.
Matthew out. El Puppy made it clear she does not like it when we mix the reading. She wants one reader, and as president, don't you think she gets to decide?
Sorry,
I think she issued an executive order. No, Matthew is tired enough
Okay.
that I think I would make a mash of anything I tried to read
Okay.
right now. All right?
All right.
All right, here we go.
Here we go.
All right.
Chapter 5, United We Stand. The alarm goes off. I do my morning exercises. A detective must be fit. I do my morning reading. A detective must be sound of mind. I practice my single eyebrow lift. A detective must be able to effortlessly enchant an unsuspecting archduke at a costume ball. When I come downstairs for breakfast, Milton is using a tiny screwdriver to attach a tiny wire to a tiny motor, which is attached to the side of a shiny metal cube. Usually when Milton is really mad, he leaves the moment I come into the room, but today he sits calmly, not looking at me, but not quite ignoring me either. Good morning, I say, as if I hadn't dropped him in a river of cold sewage the day before. Milton sort of grunts, which is as much as I could expect on a good day. He's so focused on whatever he's making that I can't help but look. There are levers and switches and light bulbs and wires. There's a keypad and a tiny screen and what looks like a speaker. Milton's birthday was 3 weeks ago, and all he asked for was parts. On the morning of his birthday, there was just one huge box waiting in the middle of the living room. It clanked and crunched and brought a smile the size of the moon to Milton's face. He opened it and shrieked with delight. As a general rule, Milton does not shriek. He rarely even smiles, but somehow a box of stuff that looks like robot poop made him as giddy as a cartoon monkey. That's all he got. That and 3 awful Danny Do-Good books. There's Danny giving the thumbs up, saying, "It's shaping up to be a do-good day."
Oh, Danny.
Milton attaches a tennis ball to an orange wire that leads into the mysterious machine. What is it? I can't help myself. A lie detector, he says without looking up. Of course, I know all about lie detectors. Annabelle Adams has one installed in her wristwatch, and all she has to do is get within 40 feet of a suspect to figure out whether or not they're telling the truth. I have always wanted a lie detector. It would make solving cases so much easier. How does it work? I ask, pretending I'm only mildly interested. First, put this on your head. Milton hands me a baseball cap with various wires and light bulbs attached. Then, hold this in your left hand. He hands me the tennis ball. I feel half ridiculous and half thrilled. Next, tell me the truth. I'm hungry. The machine makes a squeak, and a little green light bulb comes on. Truth, says Milton. Now tell me a lie. I love chicken noodle soup. The machine makes a sound like a flock of angry seagulls attacking an unsuspecting mailman, and 3 red lights blink on and off. Lie. Now I'll ask you an actual question. Have you read Danny Do-Good, Book 2, doing gooder. Milton begged me to read Danny Dogood Book 1, Doing Good, and so I did, even though it was worse than eating a spoonful of sand. Then he begged me to read Book 2. Let me be clear. I have not and will not read another page about Danny and his dopey, dumb life. But since Milton asked me to read the second book, and I said I would, I say, yes. The angry seagulls return. Lie. You're right, I admit. Milton looks extremely pleased, and I'm extremely impressed. As I pour my cereal, a delicious thought occurs to me. The lie detector! We can use it to identify the squiggler. That's what I was thinking. I have to admit, Milton is a lot more useful sidekick than I sometimes give him credit for. I am about to ask if he can also build me a jetpack and a time machine when I notice an envelope sitting on my placemat. An envelope that wasn't there a moment ago. All it says is, "Attention, Moxie McCoy." I open the envelope and pull out a beautiful document. Articles pertaining to the official incorporation of Moxie and Milton, Inc. Bylaws. 1. Milton will be a full partner in M&M, Inc. 2. All agency fees will be split evenly between Moxie and Milton. 3. Moxie will never again refer to Milton as sidekick, lackey, or gnomish. 4. Moxie won't accept or turn down any cases without talking to Milton. 5. Moxie will say something nice about Milton at least twice a day. 6. If Moxie or Milton breaks any of the bylaws, the partnership will end and both parties will split ownership of M&M Inc., dividing all cash on hand in a 50-50 split. Motto, TBD.
That means to be determined.
To be determined. Which means we'll find that out later. What's this all about? I ask. It's time, says Milton. For what? For me to be full partner. I do not like this. I do not like this at all. This document is the opposite of everything I stand for. But I do really like how it looks. The official-looking border, the shiny golden seal. But the words! They're outrageous. Full partner. This is rubbish. Rubbish is what Annabelle Adams says when she needs to let people know she's outraged while working undercover as a feisty British housekeeper. I'm tempted to burn the document in the fireplace before flushing the ashes down 6 toilets on 3 continents, but I can't help but notice again how amazing it looks, and how official it sounds, especially the words pertaining and incorporation. Milton is sitting there, gazing at me like a puppy that wants to know whether or not you're going to finish your sandwich. What about this? I ask, pointing to the bit about the motto and trying to sound skeptical. We need a motto. I am tempted to disagree, but I can't. Annabelle Adams has a fantastic motto. Trust no one but yourself. But Annabelle's motto wouldn't quite work for Milton and me since there are 2 of us. What do you think our motto should be? United we stand, he says without hesitation, as if he's been thinking about it for a long time. Not bad, I say. I am also considering to the death and with the furious vengeance of 1,000,000,000 suns. But neither feels quite right. Our motto should tell people what we stand for, says Milton. And what do we stand for? Justice. I think about that. Nothing makes me madder than when people are treated unfairly, even Mrs. Bunyan. Justice is a no-brainer. And unity. Unity? Unity is okay as long as Milton doesn't mean equal unity. I will always be in charge because I'm older and wiser and braver and so much taller. Milton seems to be asking for something more than unity. He reaches under the table and pulls out a button. M&M Inc. United we stand, justice we demand. I love the button. It is so beautiful with its blue background and green letters, and I like how the words rhyme. I want to pin it to my shirt at this very moment. Against all better judgment, I find myself agreeing that it is an excellent motto. Can I have that button right now? I ask. Of course, says Milton, pinning it to my shirt before pulling out another and pinning it to his shirt. We're sitting there with matching buttons. It all feels so official, as if it was meant to be. Milton pulls out a pen. Sign here. I'm feeling hot and rushed. I look at the paper again. There's so much I don't like. The 50-50 split. Milton's sudden promotion from sidekick to full partner. I don't like how it sounds. I don't like what it means. Here you go, says Milton, pushing the pen across the table, his voice as comforting as a bunny in a bonnet. I hardly know what my hand is doing as I pick up the pen. It's like someone else is moving my fingers. A gentle voice inside my head is saying, "Don't worry, everything is going to be just fine." Before I know it, the paper is signed and Milton is sliding it into his pocket. I feel like I've made a terrible mistake. "Let me have that back," I say. Just then, Milton reaches under the table again and pulls out an enormous sign. "Moxie and Milton, Inc. United we stand. Justice we demand." I let out a gasp. The good kind. Pretty great, right? The sign is magnificent. I decide to give this thing a try. Maybe Milton will be an acceptable partner. He certainly knows how to make excellent signs, and buttons, and lie detectors. Dad comes in and grabs some toast. "Good morning," he says. "Good morning," we say. "What's this?" he asks, looking at the sign and giving Milton a wink. Clearly, Dad was part of this operation. I am tempted to be hurt, but instead, I look down at my button and try to have a positive attitude. Mom is always talking about the power of a positive attitude, and she is the most intelligent person I've ever met in my entire life. Mom is, at this moment, on a wooden raft paddling the minor tributaries of the Nile. She is studying a species of beetle that lives in the dampest, darkest nooks. The beetle is behaving strangely, and so Mom, being the world's most amazing entomologist, has been called in to get to the bottom of things. I wish that she were here to see what a positive attitude I'm having, but she is doing important work that will almost certainly change the course of history, which is why I always try so hard to do important work too.
That's it. That's
dun,
it.
dun,
All right.
dun.
End of chapter 5, my
Oh
friends.
my gosh, this
What?
is one of my favorite drawings ever.
This
The
one right here?
beetle with the river running through it, and the grass, and Mom on her wooden raft.
In addition to being an illustration, this is a really nice piece of design. Robbie didn't just create an image of a beetle. She thought about the whole page and how she could find a really neat way to make the paragraphs each fit in but be divided from one another. She used a negative space to create the river in the middle of the beetle. She put Moxie down there to create an anchor to something concrete while talking about something abstract in the background. I really like what you did, Robbie.
Thanks, man.
Nice job.
I like what I did too. Sometimes I look at pictures that I've drawn and I'm like, did I do that?
And she admires herself.
I do.
Do a little admiring, which is good.
Sometimes I look at things and I say, did I do that? It's terrible.
You guys,
But
you got
sometimes
you got to feel good about the
That's
things that you
right.
do and give yourself credit for
that's
it.
right.
All right.
When you like it, you like it.
I want to say hi to Charlie. Charlie
Okay.
introduced himself. Shout
Hi,
out to you, Charlie. Fran had trouble downloading the Tuza Crowd
I wish we
onto
knew
the
anything
Kindle.
about how to help you.
We don't have any sort
Yeah.
of relation to that side of things. That's a different. I would say try again.
Yeah.
Or maybe shut down your Kindle and
down
try it
and
again.
restart.
That always seems to work for us.
Oh, okay. El Puppy wants to know.
Are you
Are we
doing
going to do our live show on Easter?
Question for you,
Oh.
El Puppy. Do we do this every day? Is Easter one of the days
Of every
included
day?
in the subset every day? Of course we're going to do it on Easter. We're not
Yes.
going to leave you hanging on Easter.
Maybe we'll eat lots of candy.
Maybe I'll put on my bunny ears. We never know. Robbie, do I have any bunny ears?
I don't think so.
I think one of the
We
children
could
has
craft
some bunny, ears.
ears. Maybe we'll do a bunny ear craft.
Maybe we will. That doesn't sound particularly... What was that sound? I thought I heard a sound like a...
I said, because I
Okay.
started to say something else, but then I changed my mind.
Also, Thomas remains your faithful calculus consultant.
Calculus consultant.
Thank you. I'm good on the calculus for now. I'm almost done editing the third book of the Cookie Chronicle series, which is Ben Yokoyama and the Cookie of Perfection. Ben Yokoyama attempts to master calculus in Ben Yokoyama and the Cookie of Perfection. It doesn't go well. No. Calculus is hard.
It's hard.
Yeah.
He's in
third grade.
Third grade.
In fact, one of the premises of book 3 is that there is a kid who's really good at calculus. He's so
Yes.
good at calculus that he stumps his teacher's attempt to give him calculus problems he can't solve, even as a third grader. I wrote to my mathematician friend, who's also a math educator, whose name is Lawrence, and I said, Lawrence, is it plausible that a third grader be really good at calculus? Because I didn't want to make something that was so far-fetched that it was beyond. And he said, it is absolutely plausible.
Heck yeah.
In fact, here is someone who devoted his entire career to proving that calculus concepts could be taught to extremely young children. And he sent me a link, and it was full of all
We should
sorts.
probably give these people a link in case anybody's interested in learning calculus.
Not today, but sometime in the future we will provide that link to you. In any case, it was really exciting to me to have someone I could ask, because as an author whose expertise is not calculus, I had to rely on others to help me with the calculus parts of my book, because I have no idea. So anyway, Thomas is one of the people that helped me. I appreciate him. I appreciate you. That's all I have to say about that. I feel like for the last few minutes, we ought to tend to the jokes that are surely
There's
piled up
so
somewhere.
many jokes piled
We're going to
up.
do our best. If not, guys, tomorrow is a day of fun.
Yes.
We're going to take a break off from reading tomorrow. We're going to chat. We're going to dance. Maybe not. We're going to listen to our
No, we're
favorite
gonna
tunes.
dance. We're
going
gonna
to
dance.
dance. We're going to do. We're going to do it.
It's a free-for-all, no agenda day, so we don't know what we're going to do.
No agenda.
No agenda.
I'm totally going to make an agenda.
We might invite our children even.
I'm gonna make an
because
agenda.
there's been a call for our children appearing on these things.
If anyone is worried, I'm going to make an agenda. Somebody out there is, at the thought of no agenda, is panicking.
I think there's one librarian who's excited about the agendas.
Who? Is it I?
No, it's not
No.
you.
Okay. I was going to say I'm not a librarian. All right, here we go.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Who won't the shrimp? Oh, why won't the shrimp share its treasure?
Because he's too small.
No.
Because he's shellfish.
Yes, very good.
We learned about shellfish the other day.
We did.
Yeah, and that shrimp are considered shellfish, even though they don't really have shells. They have
Yes.
exoskeletons.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
This one is funny.
Well.
It's just a statement.
Okay. So I don't have any work to do.
You don't have any work to do.
Okay. My work will be reacting.
Will be to react. I named my horse Mayo. Mayo neighs. Neighs like.
Ah! Mayonnaise.
I like that
Good
one.
job, Mayo.
Okay. I thought that one was funny.
I like it
You
too.
were supposed to laugh harder than that.
There was a little bit of a cerebral leap that
Look,
you have to
Lamb
do.
and Turtle are saying hi to Bob. Thank you for that.
Oh, I'm sure Bob appreciates that. I'm
Yep.
sure Bob is not reading the comments, though, so we will relay your messages
Oh, look,
to Bob.
so many people saying hi to Bob.
Oh, well, Bob is the
Aw,
best.
You guys are the best.
You guys, I wish you could give Bob little virtual fist bumps.
Yes.
The opposite of fist bumps.
Okay. What is a pirate's favorite letter?
R.
Yes.
R.
R.
Sorry. Any joke about a pirate includes an answer that includes the word R.
Okay.
Everyone, it's a rule.
I'm going to prove you wrong.
You're gonna challenge
this
that?
very
Okay.
moment.
All right.
Because I have to find the joke.
Oh, I see.
How much does it cost a pirate to get his ears pierced?
R $1,000. R $15. R it's free.
Wrong and wrong.
All he has to do is itch his ear with his claw hand, and he makes his own piercing.
No.
I don't know. Does he hang a wolf claw in his ear?
No.
No. What is
Hopefully
it?
you guys didn't hear that story about
All right,
Matthew.
go on.
It's about a buccaneer.
Buccaneer.
Right,
Buccaneer
that's
is
a
a
good
word
one.
for pirate.
Yes, I thought that was a
buccaneer.
good one.
And it was a pirate joke that didn't include an R. Oh,
Yes.
a buccaneer.
A buccaneer.
Buccaneer.
All right.
I'm sure you're skipping over all the Robbie love that's happening here.
Why
Yeah.
can't you trust artists?
Because they're
Matthew has so many
they're
answers for this.
they're shifty, no good. Why can't you trust artists? Because they are untrustworthy. I don't know. Why?
They're too sketchy.
They're too sketchy.
What's at the beginning of the end of space and time, the beginning of eternity, and the end of the universe?
The letter E.
Oh, I thought that you would get
Why
that
are
one.
you so mad? I just got it
I
because
know,
it was.
you got it because you're a writer and you think about those things.
Sorry.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Apple.
Apple who? Don't leave me hanging.
I know, I'm not sure.
You're not sure you know what the answer is?
Sure. There's a little bit of chatter in between.
Okay.
It's either I forgot to refill my water, or do you have an apple? Do you have an apple?
We might need some clarification on that one, friends. It also, guys, it's time.
Oh, wait.
What?
I got us water. I ran out and got us water.
Oh, I can't drink this now.
Yes. Everybody drink your water.
All right, friends. If you didn't drink your water before, and even if you did, here we go, bottoms up. I don't have the vim to drink this water, Robbie.
Maybe you'll drink it as slow as I do.
I don't think so. Did you see how Robbie tricked me into drinking my water faster than I felt like drinking it?
Fran, a.k.a. Slim, again doing her work, encouraging people to like and
Let's see if there's anything
follow.
left here.
What?
Jokes and discussion of weekend plans. We did that. We're going to have a free-for-all with light agenda. Not no agenda. No agenda is too terrifying to contemplate.
Oh, Bubby has to
Like-
leave. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye, Elle.
Yeah.
Elle Pups, go to it, my friend. All
All
right,
right.
guys, we're going to leave too. I'm going to go take a micro nap. I'm going to lie down and
I
sleep for
think you should probably do that because Matthew
12.
got up very early this morning to do some
4:30
writing.
this morning. Yeah, I'm working on my manuscript.
Oh boy!
Yeah. Got to turn it on Monday, and then it'll be done, Robbie. Then it's Robbie's turn.
And guess
again.
what I have to do? I have to draw a neighborhood map. I'm so mad about this. I can't even tell you.
Robbie has the world's worst attitude. A neighborhood map is not as hard as she's making
It
it out
has
to be.
accurate.
In
I
this-
don't like accuracy.
And the second she decides that it's not
I
a
know.
challenge and is
Then I'll
actually
just
fun,
do
then
it.
she'll enjoy it.
All right.
All right. Friends, goodbye. Thank you.
Free
we will
for all
see
tomorrow.
you. Free for all.
Come prepared with like
No
your giant
rules.
bowls of ice cream.
Just a few rules.
And
Just a few guidelines.
no rules.
No ice cream, please.
What time is the party? The party is going to be the same time.
Absolutely.
We will start at 1:00 Eastern time
With the story hour.
with
Yeah.
the story hour party time.
then we'll just drift.
We're not going to read there either.
We're still going to make
We're
you
just-
change channels
We're
halfway
going to make you
through.
change channels so that we have a half-hour party for the picture books and a half-hour party for the Real McCoys crowd. All right? Bye. Bye. I got to find this end stream
Bye.
button. There it is.
Bye.
It was underneath stuff.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.